Hey friends, we were sitting at home this morning and Universal decided to re-release the soundtrack for Islands of Adventure onto YouTube. So after sitting there and listening to it all morning, we decided to let that be our identity for the day. So we came over here to Islands of Adventure and we made a playlist of all the songs. We're gonna put it on shuffle and we're gonna let that dictate our day.
To give you guys a little bit of background, Tyler loves the Islands of Adventure music, like borderline obsessed with this music. Back when we lived in Tennessee, we couldn't come to the parks all the time and we both like missed Universal every second that we weren't here. And I would come home from work and 9 times out of 10, he would just be blaring Islands of Adventure music, specifically the Port of Entry, that's definitely his favorite, but all of it in general. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, that hasn't changed a bit since we moved down here. We're here 2, 3, 4 days a week, and there are still times where I'll go to the grocery store, and when I come home, I can hear the Islands of Adventure music before I even open the door.
Anna's right though, I love Port of Entry so much. The music's just so good. I even lie to Anna sometimes. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go run some errands. I got those things to do, and I'll just come over here and sit in Port of Entry and listen to the music because it's like going to a concert. Music's better live. And I know that we said that we were going to let Shuffle choose our day, but we have to go through Port of Entry. I mean, you don't have a choice when you come to the parks, and I wasn't going to leave this area up to chance. I wanted to listen to the music. But now, let's hit that shuffle button. Here goes nothing.
Got Seuss Landing? We're getting tots.
As you can probably tell, it has started raining a little bit, but I don't think it'll get too bad. When we were listening to the music this morning, we just got so excited that we didn't care what the weather looked like. We were gonna come over here and have an Islands of Adventure day, even though the forecast doesn't look great, and as you can tell over there, it doesn't look good at all. But we aren't gonna let that ruin our day.
This isn't fun. Are wet, my clothes are wet, my hair is soaking wet. I've never had to eat tots at a store, but nothing is gonna ruin my day. Well, that was straight chaos. I don't think the video does that rainstorm justice. It was pouring so hard, and poor Tyler was sitting there under one of the umbrellas by like green eggs and ham, and all of a sudden the umbrella just collapsed and like dumped all the rain on him. So I ran over there and we like broke out both of our umbrellas, and then my tots were like, our tots were getting done, so we had to get the tots, and then I took off running to the store and my umbrella flipped upside down. Just straight chaos, but that's okay. We're still gonna have a lot of fun today. I think the thunderstorms are going to be sticking around for a little bit, although it is raining not nearly as hard at this point, but we may be investing in some ponchos.
It looks like the rain has subsided for now, but kind of how this all got started is 25 years ago, or about 25 years ago, when Islands of Adventure opened, they had a CD that you could buy that had all of the music from Islands of Adventure, and I would give anything to have one of those. Like,
same.
I look all the time on eBay and stuff to see if anybody's selling one, because I want one. I want one so bad. And so like a couple weeks ago, Universal tweeted out, or I can't remember if it was on Threads, it was somewhere, that they would release the music again if it got like 50,000 likes or whatever. And I guess that happened because today they released it, and it's just been a good day. I can't stop thinking about how much I want that CD. Like, I want that CD so bad.
We were gonna ride Carousel, but it's closed on a weather delay, and then we were gonna get on the Seuss trolley, but it's also closed on a weather delay. So it looks like we are going to be doing indoor things until the lightning gets out of the area. So let's go to the candy shop. I love this candy store. I love all candy stores, to be honest, but this one is one of my favorites. It smells like pure sugar and childhood, and they also have an amazing selection of gummies. They have so many gummy bears. They have actual bears, they have frogs, they have worms, they have dinosaurs, they have unicorns and strawberries and butterflies. I'm just gonna get like 2 of everything.
You know what I want.
What, bananas? I'll get 1 of those. I think the reason I love this candy store so much is because I have really fond memories of when it was like both of these 2 stores. So it was like a gigantic candy store, and they had the massive cotton candy that was like literally bigger than my face, and I love cotton candy, so it was like my favorite thing ever to get. But we did get some train treats. That's what we always call little like candy snacks at Universal, because we had some friends that came and visited us. And one of our friends, every time before he got on the Hogwarts Express, he had to have some kind of treat that he called train treats. It was mostly sprees, but gummies work too. All right, let's see where we're headed next.
I was really hoping that our adventure would bring us over here, and it just so happened it did. And right as we were walking up, we saw them testing, and then it just said the hunt is on, which is what they say when it comes back up for weather delay. I'm so excited. It's been a little while since we've ridden this coaster.
Yeah, it's been a few minutes, but in case you were curious about the gummies, those are all gone, including the dinosaur ones. That ride never gets old. We actually waited for front row this time, which was so much fun. It is so thrilling. You can probably tell by my hair, like my hair looks wild. That's the reason I normally put my hair up in space buns when we come to the parks, because it's the only hairstyle that I've found that is roller coaster proof. So if you're looking for one that won't like fall to a million pieces when you ride a bunch of like really intense coasters, space buns is a good one. But that was also only the second time that we've ever expressed Velocicoaster, and it was way better this time. Like the line literally never stopped moving. We were about to jump in line for the Raptor encounter, but the team members at the front of the line said that the next showing isn't until 5:20. You can probably hear them like going right now and doing the show, but they do have to like swap dinosaurs out because they get a little cranky after a while. But our favorite snack stand in either park is here in Jurassic Park. So since we've got about 15 minutes to waste, we're gonna go get a snack. I didn't know food could break my heart, but it just did. So I walked up to the stand and there was absolutely no line, and the girl was sitting there. But apparently when it rained earlier, it like shut the system down on her computer and it's not working whatsoever. So we can't buy anything. There's like food sitting in the case just right for the taking, but she can't sell it because their system's down.
We came over here to Camp Jurassic to just hang out for a little bit while we wait for the Raptor encounter to be ready for us. And I had to say, like, music is such a huge part of not only like theme parks, but just your life in general. There's so many memories, for me at least, that I can trace back to like a specific song. Like, you know, you have the summer of the Macarena. Like, do we have the summer of the Macarena? I don't think we do yet. We'll work on it. Like, we'll get the summer of the Macarena. But like walking through the gates of Jurassic Park, like here, and hearing that song, it's just, it's perfect. Like, it's something that when we first watched the movies years ago, you never thought it would happen. Like, you never thought you'd get to experience it. And now you can. And music is a huge part of that, because the soundtrack from Jurassic Park is so iconic. Like, it's just so iconic. You know it instantly, the second that you hear it. And there's a lot of IPs here in the parks where you have that same feeling. Like the Harry Potter, you hear it, you know what it is. Like Back to the Future, you hear it, you know. And I just think, I don't know, sound design is something that has always intrigued me. And so like having a theme park with these massive IPs that everybody knows, it's just, it's brought a lot of dreams to reality. I don't know how else to say it. Like, it's just so weird to be able to walk, like what I was talking about, under those gates and feel like you're in Jurassic Park for a little bit without the man-eating dinosaurs, but everything else feels just right.
Okay, the fog back there is ridiculous.
It's a
and
lot.
It was kind of the same thing on Velocicoaster in the
Yeah.
very beginning. There's fog right there too. And anytime it rains and then they pump fog out, it's like it's extra foggy. Like I don't
Extra, the fog's extra.
I don't know the science behind it, but I want to.
No, like a great time for video and photography at like HHN is right after it's rained, like all the fog that they're pumping in, it sticks around. Like, look at this. Like, this is just like
It's coming at us.
coming out through there. And I just realized that we're headed back to the Raptor Encounter, and I just said that Jurassic Park didn't have the dinosaurs. Now we're gonna go see a scary dinosaur.
Okay, this is her little sister. This is Sierra. No, all of our dinosaurs here are females, which is a cool little trick. She really likes you. You're like alpha her out. She's. Well, let's take a picture. Let's put those raptor claws up.
We love meeting the raptors, and I think that's the first time that we've showed you guys one of the baby raptors. Like, we've filmed some of the bigger raptors like Blue and some of our other sisters, but the baby ones are so cute. That one was Sierra, and I did pet the top of her, and I don't know why. I expected it to be like a hard plastic texture, but it was like soft and like rubbery, almost like an eraser. It was so strange. But anyway, after we left that, we walked back past the Natural Selection food booth, and I got so excited because there were people in line and they were buying stuff and they were checking stuff out, and I thought I was gonna get an empanada, but no, it's cash only because their system still isn't up and we don't have any cash, so that's still a bummer. But I guess it's time to hit shuffle again.
I don't know what else to do. That was the Call to Adventure, I think it's the name of it. It's like the main Islands of Adventure song, and the only thing that made sense was coming out to the lighthouse. Shuffle on. So long before this was the magical world of Butterbeer, aka Hogsmeade, aka the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. This was part of the Lost Continent, so this area was Merlin's Woods, and rides like Flight of the Hippogriff and Hagrid's were something totally different. Hagrid's was Dueling Dragons, and then Flight of the Hippogriff was actually Flight of the Unicorn or something like that. Flying Unicorn, I didn't really remember that. But then Three Broomsticks was the Enchanted Oak Tavern, which, to be honest, is very missed. Like, that was a really cool area. But now it's Hogsmeade, so when we got that song, we had to come to what used to be Merlin's Woods, but now it's Hogsmeade. Who cares? We're getting a Butterbeer.
No line for Butterbeer.
Listen, guys, I miss old Islands of Adventure too. I miss it. I miss a lot of parts of it. But the second that I had my first frozen Butterbeer, all sins were forgiven. Dueling Dragons, I love that ride. Hagrid's was a pretty good replacement. Flight of the Hippogriff, like I said, I didn't even remember the old name for it, so I didn't ride it. Although I don't think they really changed anything. I think they just changed the theme of it. But frozen Butterbeer has fixed everything. Like, if you're still holding a grudge that this area has changed, take a couple of sips of this, think it over. It can be settled.
You may have seen Tyler stirring the butterbeer. He did a pretty good job for this. There is like a method to the madness, but it is very important when you get a frozen butterbeer, you gotta stir that topping in because it's so sweet and delicious, and you gotta mix that throughout the entire butterbeer instead of just being concentrated at the top. This right here, solid color throughout, is what we're looking for.
I love how it turned into like an infomercial for Butterbeer. It's been a long time. It's been a while. I'm trying to remember the last time that we had a frozen Butterbeer. I'm serious. Do you know? Like, was it at a meetup?
It honestly may have, the drink video where we went around to the different,
you're right.
all the different parks and
right.
had drinks, that's
You're
probably
right.
what it was.
Keep talking.
I'll take this. Tyler talked so fondly about this area before it was Hogsmeade, but unfortunately I never really got to experience it. The first time that I came was after Hogsmeade had already been built. Now, I did get to ride Dueling Dragons, sort of. It was called Dragon Challenge after they rethemed it to be like part of the wizarding world of Harry Potter. So I did get to ride that attraction before it officially closed. But, like, it makes me sad that I don't really know like what this used to be. But it is cool that Universal has like re-released these songs online so that I can like listen to them and at least kind of get the vibe of what this land used to be. I don't know who decided that I am mature enough to have adult money, because I definitely am not. I saw this Niffler at like one of the little carts out here that sells stuff, and it was just too cute to pass up. This has absolutely nothing to do with this video or anything we're doing today, and I had no plans of buying this baby Niffler, but I saw it and I just had to have it. And now I have to name him, which is a really big responsibility. So I need you guys to help me name my little baby Niffler. So leave a comment down below with what you think I should name him.
Hogsmeade started getting a little crazy, so we came out here, but we're gonna go ride Hagrid's because the park's closed in like 30 minutes and it's a 70-minute wait. So by the time we get off of it, the parks will be closed, so no more shuffling. But today was fun. It's kind of fun listening to the history of the parks and doing all that. And maybe sometime we'll come over here and do like a historic video, like just talk about the things that used to be here. The 25th anniversary is coming up, so that could be a lot of fun. But thanks for hanging out. If you want to see some of the best foods here in Islands of Adventure, make sure to check out this video right up here. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.